The League of the Genuine is back. It is unbelievable that this is our last show for the brand new month of January 2023. The new year is fast moving, and we shall continue or try to catch up with it insofar as the subject of continuously educating ourselves, educating you about counterfeits is concerned. We have yet another episode of this important but often ignored subject of counterfeits. We are pleased to have in our midst a police officer who heads the anti-counterfeit desk or counterfeits desk at the International Police or Interpol office here in Uganda. Join me in welcoming Mr. Henry Anguyo. Henry, you are most welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
The size that you have is not a normal size. Some people they think you are in things. How do you manage to keep that size?
I maintain myself. I eat good things.
You eat
I
good
don't
things.
eat. I don't eat counterfeits.
You don't eat counterfeits.
No.
You don't eat junk.
No.
You do exercise.
I do exercise.
Because for the longest time I have seen you are maintaining the same size.
Exactly, because I know what to eat.
You know what to eat. So what are you telling our viewers? That this is the genuine size, or we need to add a bit?
This size, actually, I need to even cut more. I need to cut more.
I think you're watching too much TV. You see these models they put on the TV. Anyway, Henry,
Yes,
welcome.
Thank you so much, Mr.
The
Mona.
last time I saw you, I think we were doing an operation with Interpol for a client.
Yes, yes.
Was it SKF?
SKF, yes, that was in 2019.
We were doing some operation. We got a lot of these bearings.
Yes, yes.
So Interpol, and even you yourself, you're very familiar with this subject of counterfeits. But let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
What is Interpol?
Thank you so much, our viewers. I want to really appreciate the League of Nations, the League of Genuine, for bringing in this very powerful program in fighting counterfeit. In the first place, just like as you have introduced me, I head the cybercrime. At the same time, desk officer, counterfeit at the Directorate of Interpol and International Relations. So Interpol basically stands for International Criminal Police Organization, which work together in coordination with other countries. And basically we do coordinate and pass information to each country. We have around 195. We used to have 194, but of recent they added another country. So we are 190
Member countries.
195 member countries that we do collaborate together with in fighting transnational crimes.
So what are those transnational crimes that you're fighting?
At Interpol, there are various transnational crimes. We have crimes like stolen motor vehicles. We have crimes like cyber crimes. That is like internet frauding or email hacking that has become common. We also have environmental crimes, or crimes that are related to environment, like animal poaching and all that.
Selling animal trophies.
Yes, exactly.
Ivory.
Pangolin skins.
Pangolin, yeah.
Exactly. And then we also have crimes like terrorists. It's another crime area that we coordinate as member countries. We also have crimes of human trafficking and smuggling of immigrants. So those are some of the transnational crimes that we coordinate.
So in fighting these crimes,
yes, please.
What are you trying to promote? What is your vision? What is your mission? What is Interpol about?
Let me start with our mission. Our mission is creating a safer world. Creating
That's your vision.
For a safer world.
A safer world. You want to promote a safer world.
Yes, exactly. That is our vision. Our mission is to fight crime, basically.
Transnational
crime.
I was looking out for some reports.
Yes.
I'm sure you have annual reports on these transnational crimes.
True.
And first of all, I didn't find any report online. Do you make reports for these crimes, for the interceptions and so on? I didn't see any report, which is quite peculiar.
Okay.
Because most organizations will put their reports out there. Even Uganda Police has a report, a crime report. If you want it, you'll find.
Yes.
Are you a secret organization? Why don't you publish your reports?
Oh, thank you so much. You see, the report, we have a database at Interpol for all these transnational crimes. So if you interest yourself in getting a report on a particular crime, we have a system that we call I-247. I-247 means that a system that Interpol uses to communicate with these various member countries. So they work 24 hours, 7 days
Is it accessible
in a day. It is
to
not
the public?
No.
Why are you hiding from us information
It
concerning us as world citizens?
It is not accessible to anyone because we have a national security officer who is responsible in giving out information that is stored in that system. On request, it can be availed to you, but going online and check, you will not you will not get what you want.
Okay, what is the information I want? You've asked me to ask you.
Yes.
I want to know the Interpol report on the global situation of counterfeits. Do you have a report? Can you tell us how we are faring as the world face? And why I'm asking that is
please.
because report after report shows that trade in counterfeits is increasing.
True.
Very soon, the world trade in counterfeits will hit $1 trillion. So, can you give us information on the Interpol report on counterfeits?
You see, just like as you have said, counterfeit is being underlooked. But yet it is one of the most dangerous crime that we can ever see. It is even more than terrorists. I can tell you that we are victims of counterfeit. Almost everyone is a victim of counterfeit because we do not know what we are eating. We don't know what we are putting on. A lot of things. So the report can only be availed if you request for it. I'm sure the database for counterfeit is there.
Have you ever seen the report you yourself?
I have not yet seen, but I'm sure it's there.
You work in Interpol and you've not seen the Interpol report on the transnational crimes?
I have not yet seen.
Do you want to go and ask for it when you live here?
After
and
here,
say, I was on a show and the public wanted to know this.
Definitely, I will get that for you. I will go after the show. I will make sure that a report for counterfeit, if it is available in the database, I will talk to the person in charge, that is the National Security Officer, to get for me a report on a counterfeit, basically, so that we can really project it to the public to see that this is how dangerous this vice is.
I think Interpol, even if you are an international police organization, you can adopt some of the practices of international organizations. The UN is always publishing reports on this crime, on that disease, on that. I think that we can only deal with this issue of counterfeits when we have more information published.
Yeah, it is true. I cannot rule it out. Interpol always has meetings. I remember one time I attended a training in Lyon, France, about intellectual property crimes.
You attended it with Afande Jackson?
Yes, I was together with
him here.
Exactly, I was with him together. So we learned a lot during that training. So again, later, he also went for another one in South Africa. And yearly, that department that sits at Secretariat in Lyon, they normally publish a report on a counterfeit. So just because we have not yet interested ourselves so much, or we haven't received anyone to come for it, but I'm sure that report is there, which they always publish.
So
yes, please.
Since counterfeiting in its nature is transnational.
True.
And it's a crime.
It is.
So definitely you have had some experience as Interpol dealing with the counterfeits that come out from across the border. So can you tell us what are the common counterfeit products Interpol has dealt with in Uganda?
The common counterfeits: cosmetics. These cosmetics which people normally use for bleaching, especially the women, they use them for bleaching.
But there are some brand names you can mention.
I may not recall some of the names, but I can tell you cosmetics is one of them.
What are you, why do you call them counterfeit? Do they have like some dangerous
They do.
Ingredients or chemicals?
Yes.
Like which chemical?
They do have some chemicals which I may not really specify. But match well. But when someone applies or smears those the oil on themselves, later on you see the skin starts peeling off, or when it starts becoming too reddish, and it starts affecting. You find heat so much, and it starts affecting the whole body and the skin.
So there are a lot of counterfeits you are intercepting in the beauty products.
True.
And these are products that are used mainly by women.
Exactly.
So you're saying that the salons, the spas, the parlors are strong distributors of counterfeits.
They are. You see, we do different operations. National Drug Authority, they do operations. So you find some of these drugs that people really have in pharmacies. It can be pharmaceuticals, it can be these ones for animals and all that. So it is really, I can really tell you that we are not safe.
How many cosmetics, do you have the numbers? How big, how small are the quantities you've seized? And how often do you seize them? Weekly, yearly?
No, not weekly. Not weekly. You know, Interpol operates on a calendar. Interpol has a calendar for operations, and we have different operations, code names for different operations. So, like as I said, we have different transnational crimes. So, like Interpol can say, this month we are going to have operation specifically on terrorists. Then after 2 months, we are going to have operation specifically for counterfeits. The one we had last time in 2019, we call it Fagia. Fagia.
You codename it?
Yes, we codename it as Operation Fagia. That was basically for counterfeits. Where we
when was Fagia?
Fagia was in 2019. Yes, 2019, where we intercepted fake spirits, razor blades, toothpaste, toothbrush, Vim. This reagent that they use in cleaning toilets and all that. Even this shoe polish, the shoe polish that we use, others are fake.
In these operations
yes,
that you do on counterfeits,
yes, please.
What role does the brand, the trademark owner, play?
The brand owners have a lot to do in fighting counterfeit. I can tell you one, brand owners, they fear coming to police.
Brand owners
to report
the counterfeiting
of their products. Reason being that once I say my product has been counterfeited and you project it all in a television, when people see it, people will think that, oh, they talked about this product, that it is fake.
Is that fear justified?
Yes.
So we should not fight counterfeits because we fear that people will run away.
That is the weakness.
That's what they think.
That is the weakness with the brand owners.
But what is the position of Interpol? Should we fear?
No.
To fight counterfeit?
We should not fear. In fact, I really encourage those brand owners. They should actually be the frontliners in fighting this, because you need to come to the market. You do market survey. The brand owners should really deploy their agents in the market to do a survey to see whether their particular products have been
counterfeited.
Counterfeited.
But from a consumer perspective, don't you think consumers are entitled to safe products?
They are. In
and
fact, they are
therefore
at
it's
risk.
a duty of the brand
Yes.
to ensure that if there is an imitation, a fake imitation
Yes.
of their product, it should be removed.
Exactly. You see, the brand owners, they are supposed to work hand in hand with the UNBS standards
And registration
and the Registration Service Bureau. Because now, if you work hand in hand with these two agencies, together with the police to do the operation, to give you the whatever the support, security in doing the operation, but you find in most cases the
brand owner is reluctant.
they tend to shy away.
Henry,
Yes,
we
please.
need to take a break for the second segment. We're back with the second segment of the League of the Genuine Conversations with your host, Fred Mwema. I am here with the head desk officer, Counterfeits, at the Interpol office, that's International Police, Mr. Henry Anguyo. He was explaining the challenges you face. But before I forget,
Yes, please.
Henry, you are a member of the Uganda Police.
Yes.
Then you are also a member of Interpol.
Yes.
Meaning you might be holding two public service jobs, which is illegal. Can you, I need to put you on the spot on this. Why are you holding two jobs?
I am a police officer
Of Uganda Police.
of Uganda Police.
And then you are also
Interpol is a directorate, just like any other directorate of traffic. We have different directorates in Uganda Police. So each directorate has a mandate to perform.
You are not an employee of Interpol.
I am not. I am not paid by Interpol. I am paid by Uganda Police, but doing Interpol work.
Ah, okay. You have survived.
You understand now?
You have survived. You are not holding two jobs.
No.
Now, let us talk about, you are still explaining the work you do, the challenges you face, that sometimes the brands refuse to cooperate or don't cooperate enough.
True.
So can you explain, after you've done the operation and seized counterfeit products, the process of getting the culprits to face justice, how do you do it?
Thank you so much. I want us to appreciate that the laws against counterfeit or the punishment is not severe enough that can scare away the offenders or those that participate in counterfeiting. They don't fear because the punishment is not really, it's not sufficient enough. I think that
the punishment for counterfeiting ranges from a custodial imprisonment term of 2 years.
I think that's not enough.
5 years. It's not enough. But
it's not enough.
How many people have you imprisoned for 1 year in the Interpol operations?
In 1 year?
No, I'm saying, if you say the 2 years is not sufficient punishment, then you must have the prisons full of people who are serving 1 year jail sentence.
You see, just like as I told you, this counterfeit, it is an organized thing. Let me first start with the challenges we face. Then I will come to
the challenge in failing to imprison people even for 1 month. Because I know the challenge. Of course,
yes,
you are not
do you know the reason why? Do you know the reason why you fail to?
You take people to court and they just pay a fine.
Yes.
Your prosecutors don't insist on a jail term. So somebody pays a fine of 2 million when you've caught him with goods of $1 billion.
I want you to appreciate that in this country of ours, corruption is a very dangerous disease we have in this country. You can have a successful operation and even arrest people. That's why I'm saying one of the challenge is, one, when you are doing an operation, during the operation you start receiving calls. Even when you have not taken these people to court, you are still at the operation area. But from nowhere you start receiving calls. Hello, I'm so and so, let this person go. What do I mean? So if you let such people go, meaning
but
that
where do they get your phone number from? You are people who don't publish your reports. Interpol doesn't publish your reports.
I am telling you.
Meaning you also don't publish your phone number. Where do they get it from?
If I am doing an operation in this environment of yours here, and I have arrested you. I am telling you, work with the people here.
So they will say
Then
so and
someone outside will make a call that there is an operation taking place here. Then they will say, which people are those? From Interpol. They have contacts from Interpol. I'm hearing this and this is happening. Interpol is carrying out an operation and whatever. Who is heading that operation there?
So who calls you?
Yeah.
Somebody from Interpol or from
No.
the LC of the area?
Either LC, either RDC, either one of the big government officials can even give you a call. A general, what? Then you
No,
as...
but if he calls you, you tell him, sir, we have arrested the counterfeit here, very dangerous goods. Do you make that explanation, or the order is just you release the man?
You can make that explanation, but after, yes, I have had your explanation, but what you do, let him go and then you come and we sort it out.
Oh.
You see? So it is one of the biggest challenges we face in these operations that we do. Interference.
But the corruption you are talking of,
Yes, please.
there are reports which confirm that the police and the judiciary are the most corrupt. And you are here to confirm that. And this is not corruption which is outside the police, it's also inside the police. How do we check this?
If I may ask you, you have given me 10,000, appreciating me 10,000 for maybe work done. And someone picks taxpayers' money, billions in an office by mismanaging the funds and all that, and that one is not looked at. But you follow a police officer who has taken 10,000. So
No,
who is more corrupt? Is it the one who... Because for us, we are exposed, because, you know, ours, you find someone has appreciated you, daylight, even on the cameras. But the real corrupt people do it when they are not.
So what you're saying is that corruption
Yes,
is affecting the fight against counterfeit.
it does, especially when you are doing operations.
But you are saying that we need to pay attention to the big corruption first before we tackle the corruption that is stopping the operations
This
against
is a matter.
counterfeits.
This is a matter of national interest. So that's why I'm saying we should fight. We should come together as an institution, as a country, to fight counterfeit. If we are working together with the other agencies, let us work together in fighting in a one common goal. But now, if you are this side, another agency is from behind, you will not hit your target.
So to fight counterfeits, you're suggesting that the fight against counterfeits
Yes.
is a fight against corruption.
Yes, it is.
We need to tackle corruption
Corruption,
if we are to fight counterfeits.
if we are to succeed in fighting counterfeit,
Without fighting corruption, it's difficult.
it becomes hard because you may not achieve your target to a lesser extent, because you will not get people being prosecuted and all that.
We need more sensitization
Sensitization should be
on
done.
the dangers of counterfeits.
Exactly.
If we showed the dangers of counterfeits, do you think it can help to reduce the incidence of corruption?
Sorry?
If we show the people, the police officer, the
Yes.
government officials,
Yes.
the dangers that counterfeits cause to our health, to the economy, to
Yes.
our well-being, do you
Yes.
think that can help?
It can help so much. It can help. Because they already know that the dangers of counterfeit are this and this and this. So, if we work together as a team, then we can
have a
achieve.
chance.
Yes, we can have a chance.
But
to-
the money that people make from corruption, stopping your field operations to fight counterfeits, when they make this money, they go in the same market and buy the
counterfeit.
same counterfeit goods
Yes, yes.
and fall sick and get motor accidents and do all these things.
True.
It is counterproductive.
Exactly. So it's you have not made any. You have not made
There's
any
no
headway.
gain.
No, you have not gained anything because you pay money to let a counterfeited good remain in the market. After you giving me the 10,000 to let go of the other person who committed the offense, I go back in the market. I buy.
You
The
go, you buy a
counterfeit.
Rolex
Yes,
with the 10,000.
yes.
The Rolex will have tomatoes, which have pesticides.
Exactly.
The Rolex can have expired wheat.
Yeah.
The Rolex can have
Rotten
fake
eggs.
cooking oil, rotten eggs.
Yes.
The Rolex might even have chicken inside there.
Yes.
The egg, but the chicken ate maize bran with aflatoxins, which are cancer causing. So you benefit nothing.
Nothing. In fact, you add more problems to yourself, because the 10,000 you have used, you buy diseases which you can never heal. Like
which will need cancer, 1 million,
which will need
or 10 million,
10 million plus,
or even which will cost you your life.
Exactly. You just buy it with 10,000. So that is how dangerous this thing is.
So don't you think that these counterfeits are increasing on the market because of our ignorance? We are promoting them. We are being corrupt. We are shortchanging things. We are frustrating cases to be prosecuted because of ignorance.
Ignorance is a big challenge. Lack of information is a very big challenge. Let me give you an example. In the villages, at least in town here, many may be having some knowledge about counterfeit. In the villages, when these products go the other side, no one wants to know where it is coming from, which chemicals are in this product. Theirs is only it has come. And you know, the challenge with the counterfeit products, you know, these people are, we really need to know the meaning of a counterfeit one. Copying something which is not yours. You see, copying something which is not yours, then you make benefits out of it. So if you want to outcompete the genuine people or the owners of the product, yes. So what you do, you put your price low. That is the challenge. So once the price is low, people will opt to go for a lower price than a higher price, not knowing that the one which is having a low price is the one which is counterfeited and which has a lot of health implications. So that is really what we really need to do. Sensitizing people right from grassroots, that's from the village.
So you're saying that poverty
Yeah.
could be a big factor in promoting counterfeits. But is poverty a reason for you to buy a counterfeit and harm yourself?
It is. Because now if you're having a product that is genuine at 500,000, let's say, and a counterfeit one is 200,000, why should I go for the other one?
But if you
But
know,
I don't know about it.
but
That is
if you know that if I consume a product of 200,000,
yes.
I might die, will you still consume it?
But how would I know if I am not being informed, if they have not told me that this one is a counterfeit? Now that one comes to differentiating between a genuine product and a fake product. So if I am not aware about the fake one, how would I know? May I just go for the one which is cheap?
So if you have information,
Yes.
by the time you're buying
Yes.
that product,
Yes.
that this product can harm my liver,
Yes.
you're saying the chances you will not buy it.
I will not. Because if I get information that this product here causes cancer and it is cheaper, but the one that does not cause cancer is this, I would rather go and look for money and I buy that expensive one.
So it appears as if we human beings are not rational. That even when we know that this is dangerous, it will harm us, we just take it, provided we don't die immediately.
You see, that one is all caused by lack of information. Sensitization. Let people know. You know, information is power. Let people know. At least if you are buying something, knowing that it is dangerous to your life, you know, and it is one's choice. No, it is one's choice. But what have we done as an institution? Let someone get out of your hand when you have done your part. But if you have not done anything, the blame will come on us. See? Jesus even was very clear that those with ears should listen.
They have ears, but they don't listen.
They have ears, but they don't listen.
They have eyes, but they don't see.
They don't see. So for us, what do? We need to really take this information deeper to these people. And I encourage such kind of programs should be run on these local radio stations in different languages, because I have never had in my village, I speak Lugbara, I have never had someone moving around speaking in my local language, saying that this product, sensitizing people that this product is dangerous. It's not there.
So forget even your local language.
Yes.
Have you seen any program on TV or anywhere?
I don't.
Which talks about this subject specifically?
I don't see it. Apart from when the police does operations, then they just
for
come
2 minutes.
Just for 2 minutes, they put a clip. Interpol has intercepted this and this and this in fighting in counterfeit and all that, and it ends there. That is it. So we really need to do a lot.
But why doesn't Interpol show leadership in this? Do you feel Interpol needs to do more to have a policy on counterfeits?
Exactly.
To include it among the serious transnational crimes? Can't you show leadership here?
Exactly. Interpol should actually take a lead. Because these counterfeited products, some of them are locally made, others are imported. So, if some of the products are imported, what has Interpol done in fighting this?
You're saying you're not doing enough.
We are not doing enough as Interpol. Because if we are doing enough, how does these products reach Uganda? Interpol doesn't know anything
when they are leaving
about it.
Another Interpol country.
Yes.
They cross, the ship passes 20 Interpol countries
now
up
that,
to here.
Now that one again.
So all those Interpol officers are sleeping?
Now that one also.
When the ship is passing?
Again it goes, you see, Interpol's mandate in checking goods is not there. We don't have that mandate to see what is going. We may see that a car is going as Interpol, that this car is from South Africa, is going to Uganda. But we don't have that capability to check whether the car has fake spare parts that are entering in Uganda. We don't. For us, so long as we have seen that the chassis number is okay, the engine number rhymes with the whatever, with the model and whatever, it goes. Then you find later when it reaches Uganda, that's when you see they have fake parts.
Henry,
yes, please.
We need to take a break and come back for the third segment. We're back with the third and last segment of the League of the Genuine Conversations. We are here talking matters counterfeits. We have the head desk officer in charge of counterfeits at the International Police. Henry.
Yes, please.
Counterfeits is a transnational, international crime. And one of the biggest platform that helps the selling and buying of counterfeits is the internet. And fortunately, you said you also had the cybercrimes desk at Interpol. Your experience on how the internet is spreading counterfeits. What's your experience?
Cybercrime has a lot of challenges.
First of all, what's cybercrime?
Cybercrime, these are crimes that are committed on the internet, either through use of phones, computers, any device that can make transmission. So, you see, during COVID, I encountered cases in my office of fake gloves and fake masks that someone put on a platform. You know, someone opens a briefcase website of selling masks, because by that time it was a hot cake, because every account really needed masks. So this person put a website advertising for masks and the gloves, but many people put orders for these goods. They even paid money. They even received those gloves and masks, but only to see when they reach here, going to clear them, they found they could not meet the standard. But trying to trace for...
These were from which country?
South Africa.
So the site which was selling them?
Yes, the site which was selling, it was just a brief, when I say briefcase.
So you couldn't tell whether it's from South Africa?
You can't know whether it
was just online?
Yes, it was just online, but the perpetrators were putting themselves to be from South Africa. So
the IP address was South Africa?
Yeah, exactly. So you find they put it on a platform or on the website, Someone puts the orders and all that. Then later when the payments were made and these things were surely delivered, but they were substandard, trying to look for the owners or the people behind this website, they were nowhere to be seen.
Couldn't you trace them through the bank?
Through the bank?
Through the bank account, yes.
You see, this
because the bank wasn't fake.
These people, you see, they are very tricky. Mm-hmm. They are very tricky in a way that they open accounts. Mm-hmm. I don't know what exactly they use. You know, fraudsters, they think more than anything.
They open a bank account.
Yes.
In an existing bank.
Yes.
The bank is required to do a KYC.
Yes.
Know your customer.
Yes.
So if you are doing traceability to find out who that criminal is,
yes,
the first point of call is the bank.
Yeah, that's true. The bank gives you the information of the account owners. Mm-hmm. Then they will even tell you this money reached in this account, and this person, and it was withdrawn.
But the bank has no information.
The bank has information about the people who opened this account. They can say the person who opened the account is so and so. This is the phone number. Is someone from this and this.
Here
but we withdrew. Yes, even it shows you the picture. Withdrew this money from this point. Then, when you start tracing, this person is in Kenya. This person, in the next day, the person is flying to another country. Everywhere.
Where Interpol is.
Where Interpol
so if he goes to Kenya, goes to Tanzania, goes to Egypt, Interpol is there.
Yeah, you may find sometimes some of these fraudsters, when they open these accounts, they don't use their real information. Yeah, they don't use real information. Like
so
passports.
Does Interpol have an online presence, seeing as a lot of crimes are
online
being committed? Yes. Do you do any policing online as Interpol?
Yes, we do. We do communicate. We do monitor what is happening in another country. They keep on communicating, this and this is happening. That's what we call the cooperation and the coordination with the
Yes,
Interpol.
but what tools do you use to fish out these fraudsters? Do you have any special way to find them, or you just wait for a report?
You know, Interpol, like Interpol Kampala or Uganda, they don't have a mandate for investigations. They don't investigate, but they coordinate cases. So if a communication is sent that a fraudster is hiding here in Uganda, so what Interpol does is to receive the message, get the details of the fraudsters, forward the case to CID headquarters. Then CID opens a file, and then he starts tracing. Not until CID arrests this person is when Interpol can receive the information and communicate back to the country that is requesting.
So you are involved in extradition?
Yes. We coordinate extradition, but the documents are processed by the DPP. Yeah.
And I have seen that sometimes you issue notices.
Yes, we do.
International arrest warrants and so on.
Yes.
You have green, red, I don't know, blue notices.
Yeah,
Can you explain?
Those are Interpol notices that we use for information. Like if it's a red notice for a wanted person. If someone is wanted and has committed offense in Uganda, like let me say he has been participating in counterfeiting products, then he later being discovered and he took off to India and is wanted, we issue a red notice. But there is a form.
So the red notice is an international arrest warrant?
Yes, wanted person. But he should have the passport details for that person for him to qualify. In fact, the red notice is issued, the arrest warrant is being sanctioned by the court. Someone applies for it and then they give it to Interpol. And then Interpol again applies to Lyon to put this person
on the system.
Yes. On
so that person can be picked from anywhere.
So long as the passport this person used is the one you enter in the system, and that is still the same passport he's using, by the time he moves to any other country, because the passport will be populated, 195 countries will be having the copies of this passport in their system.
So you go to immigration, you're checking.
So long as you step in any airport, by the time you hand in that same passport, it will hit positive.
Since counterfeiting
yes,
affects even travel documents, court documents,
yes,
you know, how do you ensure that this passport that you're busy populating on your system is not fake, how do you ensure that any of the other documents are also not faked? Can the red notice of Interpol be faked also? Have you got those situations?
No.
Okay, how do you ensure that passport, for example, or national ID is not faked?
You see, when you are applying for these passports, they capture your fingerprints. Yeah? They look at your iris of the eye. So these are unique identifiers of a human being. My fingerprints can never be the same like yours.
If I put a substance and rub, and then I put, won't it be the first?
No.
The patterns?
If it is been tampered with, but this one you can never tamper with it, the iris.
Supposing you skew your eyes and you look in the opposite.
No. Of course, they tell you that look front to the camera.
That's why they say look straight.
Yes, that's why they tell you look straight to the camera, so that they pick the iris from your eyes. That's the unique identifier. So I was telling you about those other notices. We have green notice. It's for just an additional information. Like a likely person who is maybe a likely suspect. Like maybe he participated in some crime and is now in the other country. Or he maybe tries to attempt to perform issues. I mean, the issues like terrorists. You put a green notice to give more information that when this person comes to your country, be extra careful. Black notice.
So it's like a caution.
Yes, a caution notice. Black notice, it's for an unidentified body. Like someone dies in an accident or whatever, is crushed into pieces, you can't identify who this person is. So you issue a black notice, unidentified body. So those are some of the notices we issue. Orange is there, purple. All those notices, we put them in our database.
I am beginning to think that Interpol can be utilized more effectively in trying to contain counterfeits. But more needs to be done, especially, for example, all you Interpol officers, you take medicine.
True.
Does Interpol play any role in stopping the supply of falsified medicines around the world? Recently in the Gambia, we had several children, maybe 60, 80 dying because of a syrup from one Interpol country, India, to another Interpol country, Gambia. Well, are you guys so helpless? You just look on?
You see,
when we are dying from fake medicines? You people, you don't take medicine?
We do take medicine.
So why are you not concerned?
Who is responsible in clearing? That's the question I need to pose to you before Interpol comes in to intercept. Who clears first? Before these things move, they must be cleared. There is an authority that clears a particular good to move. So what has that agent or that authority, what has it done in stopping the movement of that particular product before Interpol comes in? And how will Interpol know that this is a fake product?
Okay. If Interpol knows, like Interpol in Gambia, got to know that there were some fake syrups from India that killed children in Zambia, did Interpol Gambia issue a red notice to the manufacturer of this fake syrup in India to come to Gambia to face charges of murder? Do you do such things once the information becomes clear?
Yes. If information is given, just like as I told you, if information is given that this drug or this particular drug could be dangerous, so please don't receive it in your country. And when it is coming with all the particulars of the drug, when it is coming, when it is entering in our country, Interpol has the right to stop or to inform other agencies. Now, when these drugs are coming, before it passes through URA. URA clears these goods. Yeah? URA can look at a container, can scan, you will see rice, one bag rice inside. But in actual sense, what is inside that box is not rice.
Some plastic.
Yes, you will not know. But it goes. Then when it enters, they say police allowed this. So the weakness starts also from where? From the clearing agents. That is URA.
Yes, but me, I'm more interested in after you have found out that this product which came from one country to another country is dangerous, is harmful, is counterfeit. Can't Interpol advocate for the prosecution
Interpol can do that.
of the culprit?
Yes, because our mandate as police general is to protect life and property. But when we see a particular product you are bringing is going to be danger to human life, then we can come in. It's our mandate to come and fight.
But you said there is corruption. For example, these cases, you have seen here of fake cosmetics coming into the country. Have you issued any red notice to the manufacturer outside there to say, oh, we did an operation here. We've seen cosmetics killing our women. It has mercury, it has zinc, it has heavy metals. How do you get a red notice to be issued? Because I'm beginning to think that all these imported fake products into Africa, into Uganda, Interpol should be issuing red notices to the manufacturers, wherever they are, so that they are arrested there.
I told you Interpol acts on information given to them. We don't go in the market looking for information.
No, when we give it to you, why don't you issue a red notice?
When you give the information to us, I told you a red notice is basically for wanted persons. We don't issue a red notice for a product.
No. Can't you issue a red notice for a wanted person?
Yes.
In the sense that this person is wanted
because of
for
this
supplying
and this.
fake cosmetics? That's what I'm talking about.
That is possible. It is possible. One, this person should have been maybe arrested during an operation, taken to court, and maybe a court issue.
If there is a case like in these cosmetics you're talking about, supposing a case is reported that this is counterfeit, it was infringing on somebody's trademark, and it's dangerous and it's going to affect people, and a charge is brought on the person trading in it here, but you have information that this was manufactured in India or Thailand.
Yes.
Can I use Interpol on this
To
charge?
communicate to that country that made this
Yes,
product.
we put this person who manufactured it, who is not here in Uganda, we put him on the charge. I give you a summons, a criminal summons for this person.
Yes.
Can you issue a red notice for that person to come?
We first inquire if it is a company that produced that particular good. We ask that country, let's say from India, a company A produced this drug, that Interpol Kampala did this operation and found out that this particular product has been fake. Then we ask India,
Interpol,
India, Delhi, New Delhi, to confirm if this company exists in India, and secondly, to give us the registration, whether it's a registered company, and then also the products, also to test the other side whether they're genuine or not. If it means sending the samples that we have intercepted here to the other side to test, then we can do that. We can.
So this is something you can do.
Yes, Interpol can do that.
But you have not done it.
Because information has not been brought to us.
So you're saying there is a problem. People are not reporting cases against counterfeits.
They don't.
They are
On rare cases, they are reluctant about it. I don't know whether they feel good with it, but not knowing that it is affecting them too much.
You came here with the very interesting, I've been looking at it. It's flicking a bit. This is an earpiece. What is this?
These are headphones.
Headphones, rather.
Yes, yes.
One of the most counterfeited products in the world is these electronics, these communications gadgets.
True.
So for you as Afande Henry Anguyo, how are you protecting yourself against getting fake headsets and fake counterfeits generally?
You see,
and your experience.
This
is that fake?
This is a Sony product, and it was given to me. I didn't buy it. The person asked me, do you want original or you want fake? That's what the person, and the person told me, if you want a fake one, I can just go and buy it for you in town right now. But if you want original one, you will have to wait for 2 weeks for it to arrive here. I will have to order it. And indeed, I said, I want original one. So, you can even know, even just a mere feeling it, you can know this is original compared to these ones here. So how will you know that this is original or fake? Sound, the sound system is
but you
different.
see, in just what you've explained there,
Yes.
I am tempted to think that we, the consumers, are the biggest promoters of counterfeits. Because the mere fact that somebody asks you whether you want original or fake means that we provide a market for the original and for the fake at the same time.
Yes.
Is the problem the consumer in this whole conversation of counterfeits?
Both consumer and the producer.
But can you produce if you are a producer when there is no market?
You can't.
So it starts
It
with
is
who?
starts with the consumer now, because consumer is now the one that.
So when we are talking about enlightenment awareness, you think the concentration should be on the consumer?
True. Consumer first. Because if you don't buy a particular product that is fake,
It will not
then
be manufactured.
It will not be manufactured because there will be no market. There will
Can
be
you
no
make
market.
a pitch as we close to the consumer, address the consumer on behalf of Interpol, the consumer in Africa, the consumer in the world? What is your message to them about counterfeits?
Thank you so much, our esteemed viewers, our consumers, and the rest. I want to put it right that a counterfeit is one of the dangerous thing that we can ever think of in this country. We eat things when we don't know, not knowing the implications that we have, and in the long run, we start complaining of this and this and this and this. So I want to encourage the public generally to be very cautious of what they eat, cautious of what they put on, what they buy. You need to really know whether is it going to have any health implications on me or not. So,
comment on the excuse of poverty and affordability.
And on the issue of poverty, I want to tell you that they always say cheap things are expensive. What do I mean? You buy a drug of 1,000, something of 1,000, then you consume it because it is cheap. Then, once it has implications health-wise on you, you will use over 10 million to treat that disease. So, let us not go into things because they are affordable. You would rather go for something that is genuine and it is health-wise okay in your body than going for something cheap. So I encourage everyone to be conscious about their life. As Interpol, we pledge to work together with you people in every operation, any operation, through intelligence. And I also encourage the League of Genuine to continue sensitizing people, making sure that have this kind of coverage in the local languages all over. People must have to be sensitized. So
Very
that
important. How can we contact Interpol? You have any numbers we can show?
Interpol number, I will give you the contact of the director, so that in case of any operations that you really need to do through information, you can always access us, and we see how to work together.
So thank you so much, Henry Anguyo.
My pleasure.
Head Desk Officer at Interpol International Police Uganda Office. We have been in conversation here on the subject once again of counterfeits. He has shared what they are doing as international police. He has pledged that more can be done by Interpol to ensure that we have a safer world. After all, the mission, the vision of Interpol is to ensure a safer world. So we would like to sign off, but we shall not forget to thank those who always make it a date to be with us every Friday evening on this important conversation dealing with the subject of counterfeits. If you like what you hear, what you see, please do subscribe. We need your support to populate and increase the awareness about counterfeits for our collective safety and well-being. As always, we need to sign off. Don't be fake, buy and sell genuine.